What's going on? It's Fist, bringing it straight from my heart for me to you, because that's what I do. Another glorious edition of Call of Duty, and your conversation continues from the Fisticuffs video. I know I haven't posted a video on either one of these channels in about weeks.
I haven't posted channels in weeks, Fisticuffs. What's going on? How come you're not doing new Call of Duty videos? What's the problem?
Listen, you got to remember, things are in a sequence of events. I mean, first of all, you move out of one house, you move into another. You go in that transition. You're like, you say to yourself, I was playing games, and think of it this way. You come in a plane, and there's a bad storm that's outside, and your plane is trying to land. And the storm is, there's a storm, and the plane can't land, and the tower calls the airplane and says, we got to put you in a holding pattern, so you're going to have to fly around in circles for a while until the storm passes. So I guess I can equate it to that. In my old house, I was in a holding pattern, just flying around in circles, playing Call of Duty, and it was more of a meditation for me. I'd play Call of Duty, and I know this goes back to the conversation that maybe, a lot of people, they use video games to meditate. You come home from work, things ain't probably going the best in your life. Whatever it could be. Maybe you're just not communicating with your family members or whatever. To me, the way I look at it is it's almost like the movie Click. When you ever see the movie Click with Adam Sandler, and he's pressing the controller and he really didn't have control of his life and it just went by him and shit, and and the next thing you know, your fucking life's over? That's what I tell you about. This is just, video games are dangerous in a sense that you could lose a lot of years of your life just playing video games. Think about all the time, that YouTube has caused people to play video games. And going back to, like I said in my Fisticuffs video, look at all the people now that are making videos every single day just to support the things that they have or want. You're pleasing yourself, with immaterial needs. Like, I understand some people, they post videos because that's their way of life, but it's almost like they're being controlled to be a certain way, to act a certain way, like they've lost their identity of their true life. And it's different where you have a job and you've earned that spot to go get a job, or you've mastered something, you got a trade or something, you go to work and they pay you for that skill, and you have to support your family, you do your job, you come home, and that's it. YouTube isn't like that. YouTube is 24/7. You get off that game, you got to edit videos all day long. You got to edit videos, and they got to be pleasing to people that are watching them on YouTube. YouTube is a very, very stringent place to be judged. And if you don't post these videos a certain way, or, you don't please people who are very, angry at the world, I think the people who watch the internet are just the most miserable people in the world. And they constantly just they're so negative, and then they tell you how to act a certain way or post videos a certain way, and they put you in this box, and it makes you a reflection of your audience. And so you're this introvert that's walking on eggshells making videos for very angry, negative people. And I feel really bad for some people who are trapped in this holding pattern and they just can't get out. You know, I mean, I don't want to say no names, but I'm like watching people and I'm thinking to myself, it took me a while to break out of that. It started out as a hobby. It's the only reason I did it. And then it becomes a habit, and then it becomes a bad habit. It's like a it's a bad habit that takes control of you. I mean, I wouldn't say habit, but conditioning. It's like a bad conditioning that takes control over you, and then you just go through life like that movie with Adam Sandler, Click. Next thing you know, there's 10 or whatever how many years you've wasted playing games and posting videos or doing whatever. And video games could take you on a weird trip. So the thing I want to say about it is that when you are 16, 17, I can understand if you do video games and you're like from like 9 years old to like 16 years old. You don't have a driver's license, so you don't get to go out with your friends and you could go and party and do whatever. But I see these people that are like 16 to like 30, and their life is consumed by this. And there's no reason for it. Like if you have a valid driver's license and it's summertime and you have a family and people who love you, you should go out and do things. I don't feel sorry for, I don't want to say that cliche statement. Oh, I feel sorry for people who are MLG and these people who put everything. And yeah, they're getting money and da 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 da, and it's providing for them. But I think in hindsight, when they go back and they look at that part of their life that they'll never get back, it's I don't feel sorry for them. I more or less could say something like, they're going to look back and say, that was pretty fucked up how much time I wasted. And really, was it worth the money? I mean, I hope someday these guys come back and watch this video. I'm sure it's not. It's going to be buried in YouTube. YouTube buries videos. They bury the message, and you're completely trapped forever. And the thing about it takes a long time to get out of this trap, and like I said, there's some people come on, there's very few people who could use YouTube and break away from it and be successful. I mean, Justin Bieber is one of them. That's one of the only people that I can think of. There's maybe like a handful of people. I understand that part. I completely get it. Don't let YouTube use you. You guys use YouTube. And if you're not moving forward, then it's not working for you. And if it's not working for you, then it shouldn't control you. You should just do your videos when you have time. Like I have time right now. I have time to do the videos now. I'm going to do them now. Because I'm just sitting here and I finally had a chance. I've been with my family. It's like, oh, it's Saturday evening. It's nice and chill. I want to sit down. I feel like I want to do it. Not like I'm pressured to do a video every day. I don't feel sorry. I feel a certain way for people. Like I feel like they're trapped. And their minds are trapped. And it's like, and I don't want to say this either, like, oh, the devil does mysterious things. But I think there's like just forces in this that are just like find different ways to take you and mind fuck you and take you away from things and make you an unsociable person. So I don't know if this message is sounding weird to you or it makes any sense, but I'm not trying to sound like that. I'm just saying, like, just be aware that, there's certain things, don't get trapped in the hype. Soon the mystique, that's how powerful Call of Duty is. It's almost like, sell my soul and make a game and everybody will like it and they will adore you. And now that power is wearing off. All I could say is, man, when it's summertime and you're a young person, go out and enjoy those years. You will never, ever, and I don't care what it is, You will never get those years back. Just remember that. And maybe your parents are too busy working 2 jobs and they just stuff you up in your room with an Xbox or a PS4 and they have that console babysit you. But let me tell you, where they're not around is to go out and do things. Don't get trapped, by the internet. It's not worth it. Anyways, till next time, it's your boy. Get the fuck out of here.